What's up YouTube? It's your boy Change and thank you for coming to my channel. Before anything gets started, I need you to hit that subscribe button, please. Yo, I know it's been a minute since I've done a video, but guess what? Game of Thrones Season 8 is back and I cannot even, bro. Like, it's too crazy. It's too wild. I've been waiting like a year and a half, almost 2 years for this joint, and it's back. The first episode just dropped and I did a live reaction video with Fancastic. So check out right here or check my description for their video. They're doing dope things, but I just want to go a little bit more in depth on my channel with you guys. Can we do it? Man, I don't even care if you don't want to do it, bro. We doing it. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right on in it. Right now, we're going to start with the intro. As you guys know, Game of Thrones is some of the toughest intros that you'll ever see, with the way that they go through the map and let you know what territory they're going to be talking about in that season. Like, the first thing that I really took in to notice was the wall. The wall is broken. If you guys remember at the end of season 7, the Night King, he came, he stole a dragon. That dragon is his now, and they blasted through the wall. They got that in the opening credits there. Also, you'll see they're all up in the Winterfell crypts, like where all the people who die in Winterfell, all the Stark's family and stuff like that. They show a little bit of that, and they did a really cool animation to build up the Iron Throne. You know what I mean? So really got us in it. The animation was dope, and then we jump right into the first scene. Right, the first scene that I really took note of was coming into Winterfell. This is the first time that we see Daenerys, the Unsullied, Thraki warriors, the dragons. The dragons come in, they like swoop in, and like everybody in the north is like scared, like, you know, because like we know the dragons exist, but the northerners have still never seen the dragons. The dragons have never been this far north. You see a little pic of like Daenerys kind of laughing, like, yeah, we up in here, you know what I mean? Like, you guys thought we wasn't coming, but we made it to the party, cousin, so what's up? The Starks finally reunite, and I think the first person that Jon Snow sees is Bran, you know what I mean? And he comes up and gives him that embrace. If you guys remember, he hasn't seen Bran since Bran was in his bed, bro, since Bran was like out the coma. Like, even he wasn't a three-eyed raven back then. He was just a poor crippled kid, you know what I mean? For a long time, for a couple seasons, people thought all the Starks were dead, and now he got 4 of them in the same spot. They finally reunited, bro. How long have we been waiting for this? We also see Arya. Arya is there in the crowd watching the procession as the queen and everybody is coming in with Jon Snow, and she catches eyes of Jon Snow and she's happy and she's proud, almost has this look of like, that's my big bro, you know what I mean? But at the same time, she catches a line of sight of the Hound. The Hound is kind of like on his own little journey, you know. Right now he's with this team, and I know that his big showdown is he's waiting to see the Mountain. He wants to see his brother, you know what I mean? But he's got this weird relationship with Arya, so that's going to be interesting how that plays out. Gendry's there. If you guys don't know Gendry's a blacksmith, bro. He's got to be the guy who's going to come down and try and forge some weapons or forge something, you know what I mean? And we find that out later in the episode, but I also think that he's going to be the key to knowing how to make some new Valyrian steel weapons. And we know Valyrian steel and dragon glass is the only thing, and I think fire is the only thing that's killing the White Walkers, you know? So we got like a powerhouse coming to Winterfell, bro. It is wild. Daenerys and Sansa. I love it, bro, because realistically you get to see the different political point of views that we have, you know? Sansa and the rest of the north sent Jon, or like, you know, allowed Jon to go to meet the queen, so that he can bring him back as allies, but not so he can lose his crown. She is worried about the after effects of the war. If we win the war, where do we all stand? You know, she's worried about the titles and everything. Jon Snow ain't really worried about that, but Daenerys is feeling vibes and throwing vibes back. So Jon Snow's right here in the middle of this weird triangle where his sister that's really holding things down is not really sitting tight with his new girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? His new girlfriend that he's now kind of working under. I personally don't like Sansa at all. You know, she's a very short-sighted person, but I do kind of understand where she's coming from, where she's like, look, you guys come here. Well, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. So now Jon needs to actually, you know, explain to his people what went down when he went to go visit Daenerys, you know what I mean? And he gets G-checked by his crew, you know? They're like, yo, what do we call you, you know? We sent you up there as our king, and you come back and we don't even know what you are anymore. Sansa's Lady of Winterfell, and Daenerys is the queen. You know what I mean? Who are you? Are you a lord? Like, they're really checking him, you know? Jon Snow keeps his composure, and he's just really like, it doesn't matter about titles. You guys are worried about the wrong things, bro. We got to get through this war first, and we'll deal with everything afterwards. But even Sansa's like, look, you came, you brought all these people, you brought dragons. We in the north, it's winter time. Winter is here. We can't afford to feed these people. You know what I mean? How are we going to feed all these people, you know? So there's a lot of dissension, underlining dissension in the crew right now. But Jon Snow kind of rallies them back together by saying, look, I bet my knee for the North. I give my life for the North. Everything I do is for the North. how can we win this war without allies? You know what I mean? And there's never an answer. There's no answer. You know what I mean? So Jon Snow, I see what you're doing, my guy. Now we see a little bit of a reunion with Sansa and with Tyrion. Sansa and Tyrion have not seen each other, I don't think, since Joffrey died, right? The Purple Wedding. Tyrion's realizing that this isn't the same Sansa that he saw like in season 3 or 4 or whenever that was. You know, at the end of the day, she's like, really? You believe this plan that Cersei has? You know, like, I used to think you were the smartest person in the world, and kind of just walks off on him. You know what I mean? Basically saying that Tyrion, you're kind of getting soft. You're not thinking. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to get played. Her whole life, she spent her time around people that have done nothing but manipulate others. You know what I mean? And so she doesn't trust nobody. But here's Jon Snow trusting people. He's trusting Daenerys. You know what I mean? He's trusting spending time with Tyrion, a Lannister. You know what I mean? And they're trusting the word of Cersei, a Lannister. You know, that they can all rally together and fight these White Walkers and the Night King. You know, and Sansa's like, I don't really trust these people. Yo, they could flip on us at any time. So we gonna see how that works. And then we saw this amazing reunion with Jon Snow and with Arya. You know what I mean? Probably one of the cutest moments you'll see in all of Game of Thrones. They haven't seen each other in so long, right? They actually had a really good bond as kids, and now they see each other. She whips out needle, and they throw little jokes, you know, here and there, like, oh, have you used it? And she's like, you know, once or twice. Like, come on, cuz we all know Arya's been doing the damn thing. She's been murking people with needle. You know what I'm saying? And so he's just like, all right, bro, boom. Whips out Long Claw, and he's just like, yeah, I'm here with you, dog. You know, they're just embracing each other and loving the fact that the Stark family is there. You know, and she even checks him too, because she's just like, yo, Sansa's probably the smartest girl I know. You know, her and Sansa have worked out their differences, and Arya's a little bit scared of where Jon's head is at. At the end of the day, you're a Northerner and you're a Stark, so don't go switching up on us for all these other people out here that you brought up in the cut. You know, they're here to help us to fight this war, but at the end of the day, when the dust settles, who are you with? You one of us, like, you know that. Now we are in King's Landing, you know, and we get this shot of Cersei just overlooking. Her advisor comes up and it's basically like, look, we got word. The Night King is bust through the walls, you know what I mean? Cersei, unfazed, she just chills back and it's just like, good. Like, no problem, like, bruh. Like, cool as a cucumber. Like, she's as composed as homegirl who was doing that Surviving R. Kelly interview. And then we get to finally see the Gold Company. You know what I mean? The Gold Company's army. They up on Euron Greyjoy's ships. You know what I mean? And they out here. And then you get to see that Yara's still alive. Euron Greyjoy, he's there talking with Yara. Yara looks beat the hell up. Look like she ain't showered in weeks. You feel me? She tied up to this post underneath one of the boats. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a weird conversation, to be honest, because he's just like, yo, I ain't got nobody around me I could talk to, so I'm gonna talk to you. And he's like drinking, like, he's mad weird. But then it kind of just transitions into this like conversation with Euron when he finally gets to King Landing and he's there talking with Cersei. And he's being mad disrespectful. Yo, one thing I'll give Euron, bro, is like he ain't scared of nobody, bro. Like, this guy will say anything to anybody, and he's just like, look, at the end of the day, if you don't like me, I'm gonna hop in my shits and I'm gonna roll out. Euron Greyjoy is that guy who sees the line and decides to just Crip Rock right over the line. Like, he don't care. Realistically, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't think he really cares for Cersei that much, bro. He wants to be king. He wants to run everything. He doesn't want to take orders from nobody. So I think he's really trying to finesse his way up in that. And he's like, I brought you McDonald's, I brought you Chick-fil-A, you know what I'm saying? I went and got you some Bel Air bottles, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, you ain't showing me nothing. You ain't giving me the time of the day. What's up? Cersei's kind of like, yo, you mad disrespectful, son. But low-key, she kind of likes it. As much as she likes to be the alpha, I think she a little bit is kind of feeling when another alpha is throwing her vibes, you know? So kind of interesting that she actually opened up the situation and let him get it. You know what I mean? She actually let him get it, which was crazy. And afterwards, he did this thing where he's like, yo, I'm gonna put a baby in your belly. Now, granted, Cersei's supposed to be already pregnant. I don't know if she's pregnant, bro, because I think she's trying to control Jaime. I don't really know if she's all the way pregnant, because she drinks a lot of wine for a girl who's pregnant. Bro, like, think about it. She's drinking all the time, bro. Either way, Euron's like, yo, I'm gonna put a baby in you. Everybody out here trying to shoot their shot. You trying to get some royal blood. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get a royal one. You know, if he gets a royal one, you know he's in there. It's kind of like hitting a Kardashian. You hit a Kardashian, you know you in there. Money's going to be good. Shout out to our Brampton man, Tristan Thompson, you know what I'm saying? Braun's there, and he's doing what Braun do. Braun got paid, I guess, from his last mission. He got a couple girls in the cut, 3 of them, and he's handling all of them. But he's like throwing war stories. So he's like, yo, I'm the guy who took down the dragon. You ain't never met nobody who shot a dragon before. Come at me, like, what's up, what's up? And while he's doing that, boom, Cersei's advisor comes through and is like, look, we got a job for you, my guy. And he's just like, so what is it? Goes and throws him a crossbow, the same crossbow that Tyrion used to kill his pops, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, Cersei basically told homeboy to tell Bronn, like, we want you to take out Jaime and Tyrion. Like, is Bronn gonna do it? Here's the thing. Bronn is usually only motivated by one thing, and that's dollars. Only thing that motivates him is money. He's left people hanging, you know what I mean? But I think throughout the series, you see him developing a bit of a friendship with both Tyrion and Jaime separately. But it's there, and I think this is finally a moment in his life where he's really possibly going to make the right choice. I think he's going to, stick to the bro code. Bros before hoes in that situation. I think so. That's my prediction. You heard it here. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I feel like that's how it's going to go down. Now, say what you want, bro. But that Greyjoy brother, Theon, he came through somehow. I don't know how he got a squad, and I don't know how they came up to the army, came up to the fleet, and ain't nobody seeing them, but they got on the boats, and they got Yara. They rescued her, got her up out of there. Yara at first, she hit him with the okie doke, like, knocked him out, because like, yo, bro, really, when I needed you, you went and jumped off like a little punk, but then shook his hand like, all right, bro, let's get through this, you know what I mean? So she wants to go back to the Iron Islands. She wants to, like, yo, let's just forget about this whole war. White Walkers can't come across water. Let's go where we safe. And Theon's like, look, I saved you. That's one debt paid, but like, I gotta help the homies. They're not even homies, but he's like, I gotta help the Starks, man. I did so much wrong to them. I feel indebted to them. So I think that's gonna be a dope situation. I think what's gonna happen, they're gonna go back, take back the Iron Islands. All the people are going to be under Yara, and I think that's going to be like an additional army that's going to be able to rise up when the North needs them. Dang, bro, my phone be dry for so long, and now it's going crazy. So now we're back in Winterfell. They're like, look, bro, there's not enough food for these dragons, so they decide to go check on the dragons. Dragons are there picking their teeth with little scraps that they got, a couple cattle, a couple this, and they're like, look, let's go take these joints for a ride. Bro, the only people we've ever seen ride a dragon is Daenerys. Yo, bro, Jon Snow is riding a dragon, bro. This guy, I don't know what they're holding on to. Like, it's weird because there's no harnesses or nothing like that. They legit just holding on to like their horns, and they just doing their thing. So, bro, I think this is the start of something crazy, because we all know that Jon Snow is a Targaryen. You know what I mean? And Targaryens are known for the dragons. So the fact that he's riding a dragon, it's just in his bloodline, you know what I mean? Like, this is what he's gonna do. I'm from Toronto. It gets cold out here, bro, and they up here in the high heights of the sky with no toque on, bro. No toque. But it was a really cool, like, Aladdin and Jasmine, I will show you the world moment, you know what I mean? Which is pretty cool. And then they come and they land, and basically they're just enjoying each other's company, man. Like, you got like Daenerys there laughing, letting herself, get comfortable and vulnerable with Jon Snow, and then they talk about how they could live in the cave forever, and Jon Snow's like, all right, let's go handle some business, you know what I mean? And they go decide to handle some business, and you see Drogon, right, who's basically like, you got like a baby mother, and then there's the son who's like, yo, you trying to date my mommy, like, that's basically how Drogon's like. He's looking at him like, bro, you better watch your step. You better watch your step, because I'm right here. The moment you slip up, you burnt toast. You know what I'm saying? Right, back in Winterfell, right, Arya is in the blacksmith shop where they're making all of the weapons, right, the special weapons with the dragon glass, and then you get to see Gendry. Gendry's down there doing the blacksmith thing, knocking away, and he's building this axe for the Hound. Arya comes down, sees the Hound, and they have this really cool interaction where he's just like, man, you still alive, you know what I mean? But he does it like an OG, like, they don't like hug each other or anything like that. It's more just like, I knew you'd be here, and then just keep it moving, you know what I mean? Meanwhile, Arya goes and meets up with Gendry, slides him this paper, and is basically like, look, I need you to make this for me, you know what I mean? But then she kind of flirty, though. She's like flirting with him, you know what I mean? And we've never seen this side of Arya before. Arya's always just been like the little girl who's kind of growing up. I personally think Arya's like Gohan in Dragon Ball Z, you know what I mean? Just somebody who was too young but in the fight and had to keep up with the big homies, you know what I mean? And now she's finally like, yo, I'm not just no little girl no more, like, I'm up here. And she's there flirting with Gendry. Gendry's flirting back. I think that might be something. It's good to see Arya actually having a little bit of a softer side, because we know that whole many-faced god situation, that she was like a hardened warrior, hardened assassin, but this is like a little bit more humanizing, you know, which is pretty dope. And then we have one of the saddest moments of the episode, right? Daenerys goes to meet Sam, right? To go and just basically thank him for bringing her right-hand man back. My dude was all scaly before with like this like reptilian type of like leprosy, you know, and Sam back in the sigil came and just cleaned that homeboy off, made him nice and saved his life basically, you know, and Daenerys came to like thank him, you know, and once he started talking about who he was and that he's a Tully, I saw that Daenerys is like, oh, you're a Tully. I'ma keep it 100 with you. And she just explains that she killed his father and his brother, and the way that you see Sam retain that information, like he's holding back tears, he's holding back emotion, but it's oozing out of him. And it's wild because Sam knows the truth about who Jon really is. So he could have been like, you killed my dad, you killed my brother, you're slapping your nephew. Like, you know, he could have just been mad petty like that, but he kept his cool and he was just like, you know what, I need some time. Immediately went and checked Jon Snow, and then, bro, this is a crazy eye-opening moment. We, the audience, have known that Jon Snow is not just a bastard, but he is actually a Targaryen, and he is like the heir to the Iron Throne. And now Sam finally tells him, you know, and ultimately I don't think Rob believed it at first, you know what I mean, or even really all the way believes it yet, you know, but he trusts Sam, and Sam is like the best person, because Sam even bumped into Bran, and Bran's just like, look, my guy, you need to let him know, you know what I mean? He trusts you, you know, and I think everyone knows that Bran's a weirdo, so coming from Bran, it probably wouldn't work out. Basically, the last scene we see is somebody just walking into Winterfell, hoodied up. We all know who it is, you know what I mean? I knew who it was, like, bruh. You know what I mean? Jamie Lannister made his way to the north, and how unlucky is it, bro, that you finally get through the cut, you get through all the checkpoints, you cut through the border, all this stuff, you know what I mean? Nobody knows you're the Kingslayer. Boom, as soon as you get to the spot, you pull your hoodie down, the first person you see is Bran right there in his Professor X chair just waiting on you. Like, this guy got no luck in the world, bro. That is crazy. So, ultimately, it was a dope episode. I cannot wait for the next one. Oh, it is gonna be crazy. So if I forgot something, or like you got a favorite part of this episode that you like, put it in the comments below. Don't forget to check out Fancast on YouTube. They also did a live reaction. This is my reaction of watching it like a few times and really letting it sink, but they got the live reaction, your first thoughts, emotions. Check out Fancast. They doing dope stuff with Mark over there. So don't forget, like, comment, and please subscribe. Every day make a change, no matter what, stay growing, and if they don't like it, it's cool, just let them know we'll pray for them. It's your boy Change, and y'all already know how we give it up.